Good game. Have you been watching The Last of Us?
Oh, dude, I fucking love it.
I reckon that's the best video game
Adaptation
adaptation to film of all time.
I agree.
Have you been watching it, man?
Oh, it's not.
Oh, mate, fuck.
It's fucking sad, man.
You've obviously people. I reckon if you haven't
Don't
played
do
the game,
spoilers. Don't
no,
do
I won't do
spoilers for this one.
spoilers. But if you haven't played the game, is it as good a show? I think it is,
Well, I've been watching it with my family. None of them have played it.
and they love it.
They love it. Even my sister, she's like, I watched it as family, and I was like, we're gonna watch The Last of Us. She's like, what's it about? I'm like, all right, hear me out. But it's a post-apocalyptic mushroom zombie thing, and she's like, you fucking lost me.
I
was
like what
"Man,
they did with the zombies as well.
Yeah.
Like how they made them. There's no spores.
Yeah,
They did it
yeah.
as like, what are they, cordyceps or whatever? They take over your brain.
Yeah, well, that's kind of like what it's like in the game as well, except they had the spores
Yeah.
as well as an extra element of danger.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool because like when they promoted it, it was kind of interesting. They did a really good job of like not promoting it as a zombie show.
Yeah, to
'Cause
get
it-
people invested into it.
Yeah, because I guess there's like a bit of a not a stigma, but there's like a bit of resentment. from-
Overdone.
Yeah, yeah. So and even in the game, like the clickers and the infected, they're secondary to everything.
To the story.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a very story-driven game for a zombie game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a story-forward game, but they're doing so well, even if you've played the game 10 times, even though you know kind of what's going to happen, they navigate you there in a way that you don't expect kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
they've done really well at expanding on story. Like, episode 3,
Yeah.
I
Dude,
I was like,
heart-wrenching.
oh my God. Like, as it was happening, I was like, was he going in the game? Like, I was
Yeah,
so
he was.
confused.
Yeah, yeah, because he got all
They
those
alluded
notes.
to it. They alluded
Yeah.
to it. But then I was like, oh my God, I'm watching The Last of Us show and I just watched a 40-minute love story between these two really strong men.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was down with it. It was so good the way they did it.
Oh, it was amazing. And like it's it was like a filler episode as well.
And
Like,
during that time though, that's when if you were playing the game, that's what would have been happening while you were just looting stuff around like the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're doing good at kind of explaining other people's storylines.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I think they're doing a great job with it. I'm looking forward to seeing
The last
rest of it.
episode was the best episode of the season. The last 10 minutes of it
Oh,
was
dude.
fucking insane.
That was bonkers.
As a storyboard artist, did you like appreciate what they've done visually?
Oh, absolutely. Like there's so many people that would be involved to make that as good as it was. Like the set dresses and
The clickers look terrifying too.
yeah, it's all prosthetics. Like
Yeah, it
that's
is.
what's so good about it. It's kind of like the old Lord of the Rings. You know, it still holds up because like they don't use CGI for all of the orcs
So it
and
can't
everything.
date too much.
Yeah.
But the bloater in the last episode,
Mhm.
that's like a legit 6 foot fucking 8 man or something.
Yeah, and they just chucked a
They
bunch
just
of
chucked a
mushrooms on
bunch
him.
of stuff on him. Yeah, it's crap. I cannot wait for the next episode. It comes out Mondays.
Yeah.
And that Your Honor came out. Have you watched that yet?
What's that?
Your Honor?
No.
On Stan?
No, I haven't
with
heard
Bryan
of it.
Cranston?
Oh yeah, cool.
Have you not seen the first
No.
season? Fuck, that came out 2 years ago.
Yeah, right.
He plays Walter White.
Oh right.
Oh,
Okay.
he plays a very similar character to Walter White.
Mm.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, sick.
That's probably top 10 shows for me.
Okay, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
All right, I'll give it a go.
I won't. It's not a spoiler because it happens in the first 10 seconds of the show. It's like basically his son accidentally kills a kid in a car. He's I won't tell you how, but he accidentally kills a kid. It's not his fault.
Okay.
But the kid he kills is the mob boss of New Orleans' son.
Oh no shit.
And the kid that kills him is Bryan Cranston's son, and he's a high court judge.
Yeah, right.
So it's just a fucking cat and mouse show, but
That sounds
it's
sick.
so good.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It's so good. He plays Walter White in it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
but he reprises the character. He doesn't it's not exactly him, but it's very similar. It's so good.
Yeah, sick. I'll give that a go.